Hey guys, in today's video I am going to be showing you how to create your game just in 2 seconds. So first, if you don't have Roblox Studio, you come here to create button. It's not gonna be like that, it's gonna be open. There will be download studio. You're gonna download studio, then after you do that you'll have to log in with your account, all that stuff, and I'm gonna be showing you how to ace Roblox Studio in just 2 seconds. These are very basic steps. Let's get into it. So guys, as you can see, I've created lots of games, spooky vibes, all that stuff, but if you're new to Roblox, Roblox Studio, I recommend you to go to BlazePlate. So after you load into BlazePlate, you will see this stuff: data model, script injections, then toolbox, then you'll see properties, filtered properties, and all that stuff. So I'm gonna be teaching you how to get this all. And these are very easy steps. So first, let me introduce you to move. Move is something that when you, for example, if I get a part here, move is something that drags my part. An object. It drags an object. You can go right, you can go left, whenever you want. Up, down. Scale. Well, scaling is something that you make a bigger part, bigger object. So if you can see, this is how I scale. This is scaling. I make a big object. This is scaling. These are very easy steps. And rotating. Rotating is easy, a little easy, if you press it on your keyboard. For example, let me just insert a part. So rotating is basically, you can rotate like this too. You can rotate with this, or you can just press Control R and it's gonna be rotating. I really prefer Control R because if you don't do that, actually sometimes some stuff has bad stats, and yeah. So our second option will be collision. So what collision does is actually this is a little important. So if you, for example, insert a part, then you scale it like big, like this, and then you're gonna copy paste, and then you're gonna rotate it like this. Hold on a second. When you're gonna be creating a house or a model, it's gonna be like this. For example, let me just create this real quick. Yes. This is an example, by the way. Yes. For example, like this. What collision actually does is pretty interesting. So look, if you have a little part, let me just add a part because, yeah, let me just make it a little small. Well, collisions, let me just put it here. Yes, well, collisions, as you can see, if I had no collisions, they would be, if I turn off collisions right now, just turned off, it would be like this. This is gonna have this, then there's gonna be like this part. It's gonna be untidy. So when you want to drag, for example, all of it, you'll see these parts. What collision does is that it prevents this from happening. Basically, if you have collisions on, you can basically, it's not the same actually, but when I did this like this is more easier way. It sticks stuff together. So editor stuff is something that I will explain in future videos, where you can like create hills and all that stuff. toolbox. What actually toolbox is? Toolbox helps you with 54% is toolbox. If you want to create a game, for example, let me just get a sports car. For example, this is a sports car. This is from a toolbox. And yeah, this is toolbox. You can write it and everything. 50% of it is actually toolbox too, actually, because you wouldn't create your own car. Well, you can if you like need it importantly, but if you're a beginner, you would actually have to take the toolbox here. And if you actually don't have it, you can just click on this and this part. As I show you, part is something like a brick. You can scale, do whatever you want with it. So, UI. We're gonna explain this in future videos. Import 3D. What actually Import 3D does? A lot of you has been asking me, what does Import 3D do? Actually, it somehow imports the 3D motion. We're gonna explain this in future videos, and material manager. So that thing is very important, and it is very easy too at the same time. So materials, for example, if you choose a brick and material, you can choose the brick's material. For example, I go for a brick. I go for this limestone, let's just say. You'll have to insert this, click on this, and as you can see, this is now not a normal brick. This is snowy or state, whatever that is. It's snowy brick. It changes the color of your object, we can say. Okay. Color changing is something that you can change a color. Like basically you can change a color. Let me just show you if you guys don't understand. For example, I can change my color to this color. This is pretty easy. Okay, let's go with the second option. Locking is something that, for example, if I insert a part and if I can lock it, I can drag it anywhere. I can, because it's locked. I can unlock it too. What it does is it locks the anchoring. This thing is very important. If you don't anchor your object, and when you're gonna set play and you're gonna stand on that object's gonna go growing. It's not gonna stay on its place. So grouping. What this group is something that you group stuff. That I'm gonna explain in future videos. Okay, let's get back to models. So what actually model does is pretty important. It's something that you can also scale, all that stuff. You can collide, geometric, rotating stunts. So when you rotate, you can put it into 10 stunts, 1 stunt, whenever you want. These are all gonna be after this video. What the union does. It's basically something that you'll have to create something. For example, if you get this treehouse and I'll somehow place it, it's gonna be a union. So avatar is something that you can create accessories and all that stuff. You can rotate accessories, find import 3D models, avatar setup. It's like what you want your player to be in the game. It's like avatar. Testing is something that you can test your game. If you created a game, you can test it. View. Now this is important. So what this actually does, it gives you sets of what you can create. For example, I get Explorer. It's what base plate. Base plate is something like this called. It's workspace like you manage. For example, I can create a folder. Let me just create a starter pack. It's gonna be in future videos. So yeah, I'm not gonna spoil my future video. And what actually view does is actually it gives you properties, list, and attributes. You can somehow and yeah, all that stuff. And also, you can also, it helps you actually to graph and all that stuff. Plugins. What actually plugins does is very very important. You can view your game passes, put it into your own game. You can edit shop. You can avatar importer, all that stuff. Actually, avatar importer is something that they added into game passes if you want to